Please be seated. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, the court calls Stance versus Mount into order. I presume that you are Miss Stance?
Yes, Your Honor.
And where is Mr. Mount?
Excuse me, Your Honor, if I may. The man is an egomaniac. We may wait all day.
Egomaniac? Miss Stance, I must say that is rather uncalled for. All parties are innocent until proven guilty.
Oh, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye! I now present His Majesty, the Royal Highness, the most honourable and noble Grand Sovereign, Count Reginald, Bernard, Albert, Edward, Paul, Mount of Andover! Make way, take a knee, avert your gaze, I say! How dare you regard a man of honour with such curiosity? Make way, make way.
I, Count Mount of Andover, present my personage, henceforth ne pomp nor circumstance.
He's finished, Your Honour. He just didn't want to make a fuss.
I see.
This is ridiculous.
I unreservedly concur. I only assembled one footman from my retinue. This manservant, valet de chambre or what have you, is simply a serf residing on my estate. What will the people think? This is horrendous.
He thinks I'm of little value and he's not happy.
This case is predicated on the accusation of Miss Stance against Count Mount for subjecting her to an utterance, an act, or an object that is deemed to be obscene. Miss Stance, do you have counsel present with you today?
Your Honor, I don't have a lot of money. Need to represent myself.
Very well. Count Mount, who is your counsel? Do you also represent yourself today?
It is at long last, for it has been a strong power of brain for a personage of my illustrious standing, a panjandrum, so to speak, to retain the knowledge of counsel, to present and represent myself in your objective stead, even though my riches are boundless.
Yes, Your Honour, he'll be representing himself.
Very well. Miss Stance, I understand that you have already been sworn in. Count Mount, please rise and raise your right hand.
Very well. Judge Conacher, do you solemnly swear that you speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Hold on a minute. I'm swearing you in. You're not swearing me in.
Incorrect. I'm the swearer, you're the swearee.
He usually swears people in.
No,
Can you just swear him in, then he'll swear you in?
that is not how it works.
What if he just swears you in a little bit?
Nope. Let's just move on. Stop that.
I concur.
You'll be sworn in later. Miss Stantz, please state your position.
Thank you, Your Honor. You see, I won these tickets for a private balcony to see an opera. On the night, I was getting out of a taxi when I saw this man with a bunch of women getting out of a big car.
The salad basket.
Excuse me?
What?
I was descending from my salad basket.
Your what?
My coupe, my cabriolet, my carriage.
His car.
They were all laughing and having a good time. They distracted me and I fell. Oh, but it was totally my fault.
What happened?
I'm not used to wearing big dresses. I stepped on the hem and I fell, but I was fine. So anyway, I'm on the ground and this man comes up to me and helps me up. I was very appreciative.
Indeed, I elevated her.
I was so grateful, I thought I should invite all of them as a thank you to my balcony.
And then?
Oh, he said yes.
No! Absolutely not! I would never say that!
So you declined her offer.
That's not what I said.
Then what do you mean?
She declared I uttered a word I would never vocalize.
He means, he said a word he'd never say.
What word?
Oh, you are a trickster. Quaint scoundrel, even. I will not pronounce it. I would never utter that petty word. Perhaps I would give voice to very well, of course, by all means, certainly, or indeed. But a man of my disposition would never use the commonest tongue. It is an affront to my realm.
He doesn't like to say the word yes.
That's it?
Of course, so it is clear. She is an equivocator, a fabricator. Case closed.
What happened?
He just called you a liar.
I'm not a liar.
You're a liar.
I am no.
You are.
I am no.
Murder! I am the only one that gets to bang a stick here. Miss Stantz, please continue.
Well, he showed up to my balcony, alone, with a funny look on his face, and I asked him where the girls were, and he said they wouldn't be joining us because they were eating crumpets.
I said because they were strumpets, not eating crumpets.
Well, how am I supposed to know? You called the big one a tart order.
You must understand, they were demi-mondaines. Les grands horizontales.
They were what?
Scrubbers! Slags! Slappers! Trollops and trolls! Even a couple of brass nails!
Prostitutes, Your Honor. He means prostitutes.
Yeah, I got it.
As for that queer look on my face, it was because I was about to see an opera buffoon.
It means a funny opera.
The funniest. Die ungleiche Heirat zwischen Vespetter und Pimpinone. Oder das herrschsüchtige Kammermädchen. Known in English as the unequal marriage between Vespetter and Pimpinone, or the domineering chambermaid.
Did you just call me a chambermaid?
Absolutely not. That is the name of the opera. Of course, you are probably only familiar with the commoner's name, Pimpinoni.
Of course.
I looked queer, because that opera made me the gayest I had been in a long time.
Please, don't even try and play that card.
Madam, I am not playing a game of cards, as you call it. This is not merely some amusement of hilarity and glee, nor is it a tribulation of snakes and ladders. I was gay. Very, very gay. As I said, at my gayest.
It means he was happy to be at the opera.
I'm sure. Miss Stantz, please continue.
During the show, I needed to leave, to go to the bathroom. And I was only gone about 10 minutes. And then when I got back, I found out about what he did.
What did he do?
He told me he had
Miss Stantz!
an orgasm! And that he had ejaculated in several places around the balcony. It was disgusting.
Is this true?
Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! To be fair, I was quite lubricated at the time. In fact, she is the one who lubricated me.
That's a
Heavily lubricated.
lie. That's a lie.
Liquor!
What?
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 You are out of order.
Alcoholic beverages. He'd been drinking alcohol. Liquor!
It's true. And it was with enormous pleasure, a massive release, that I put forth such an intense orgasm. I could not stop.
He means he was laughing, Your Honor. Just laughing.
Of course, it was an ejaculation of orgasmic proportions with mad gesticulations. I was wild. I even surprised my own person, but rather conducted myself accordingly, and I subsequently quietly ejaculated several more times.
He was just laughing quietly.
Count, you are really testing my patience.
I was at such ease in her box, which was not a tight fit, I might add.
Excuse me?
Yes, I know. I too was flabbergasted by the quite unrelenting size of her box.
Never happened. This is totally uncalled for.
Absolutely, I say. Yes, it was divine. I was able to move my person about quite freely. In fact, not since I was a child and cordoned off in solitude in my family's abode, where I would self-pleasure by playing with my stick, have I been in such a satisfactory situation.
What?
I'll play with my stick.
It's a sword for children, I think.
Essentially, her box was so cavernous that even 10 men of generous caliber could enter and have their way.
It was big.
Just stop.
Needless to say, my gesticulations were so very exacerbated that I became moist. Covered with shame, I had to excuse myself to the gentleman's lounge, but to no avail. I was highly moist and required repeated refreshing. I entered and re-entered her box several times.
Stop.
He was just sweating.
And to be frank, just her box alone caused me a minutiae of orgasmic delight.
None of this ever happened.
He was simply surprised by and simply liked her balcony.
There's nothing simple about this.
And then, the most peculiar happening transpired. She regarded me straight on, and I received an astonishing blow.
You're such a liar!
It was the most intense blow I have ever received. From
Yeah. I did do that.
Miss